Judd Trump to break.
Judd Trump won the toss, and he's going to get this first frame underway. Going to be very interesting to see how Judd starts his campaign this year. One of the favourites. And he's up against a very good match player in Chris Wakelin, who's got quite a bit of support here this afternoon, Ken.
Yeah, comes from a wonderful club down, it's owned by Ian and his wife Sonia, the Nuneaton Snooker Club, and he's got about 15 or 20 supporters with him, taking the motorway up here to give him a bit of support. And he's going to need, I think, a lot of that support. First time here, Dennis, you know, you're always a little bit nervous, but when you know there's people in the crowd, your friends and that, it can go either way. It can spur you on. And sometimes you want to impress them as well, but hopefully it will relax, and I'm sure it will. It's always nice to see people that you know in the crowd as well. As a wonderful crowd that we have here at the Crucible. He's a lovely lad, Chris. He came through, of course, the 3 qualifying matches in the English Institute of Sport.
Any player that can manage that deserves the place here in the Crucible Theatre. Judd there didn't have the ball replaced. Felt he could play a much better safety shot.
Yeah, won his last match against a very good player, a Chinese player, Tian Pang Fei. Beat him 10-1 in the final qualifying match. Well, that's some scoreline. Should come in here. There's a bit of pressure on him, Dennis, you feel. As you said, you don't know what Judd Trump is going to show up on his day. You know, one of the best players that we've ever seen. Fantastic putter and entertainer. Great break builder. Could have possibly won this championship when he lost in the final to John Higgins a few years ago. Entertainer. Great break builder. Could have possibly won this championship when he lost in the final to John Higgins a few years ago.
Bit of attempt with this for Judd, but there's no easy colour available. He's just looking to see if he could somehow get on the black, because the pink's totally tied up. So there's no real value in taking this pot on. That's why he played the safety shot.
possibility of a red into this bottom right-hand corner pocket. And he's got to find a pathway through those reds. And he's quite a long way away from that. And that will worry him. Hit the side cushion. So a chance for Chris Wakelin. Put a few balls and settle down early in this match.
1.
That's a bit
6.
unfortunate to land there. But this safety exchange will probably help Chris to settle down, but he didn't want to flick the pink. I mean, unlucky to flick the pink and the red and finish in that position. Has he hit this too hard? Needs to pull up. Needs to pull up.
Chris Wakelin, 6.
And it has.
He's played a good shot there, Judd. It was an aggressive safety shot. Had to get over towards the back of the brown. Knew he'd be possibly knocking a red over that left-hand corner pocket, and that's what he's done, but he's covered it. So Chris Wakelin has got the same problem here. Must cover that red. It looks like it's too hard.
Yeah, he had to be over near to the corner pocket, and then he would have covered this one. And that'll do very nicely, because he holds his hand up to apologise. He's finished plumb on the blue, and he's knocked the red up, which he'll play for. All of a sudden, it's a decent chance. You're never really sure where the cue ball's going to finish here.
6.
Trusting a little bit to luck, and he got it.
7.
Pink's out of commission. Black is available into one corner. The red, or the two reds to the left of the black, are a little awkward, but it's not a bad chance, this. Yeah, that's the correct thing to do if you haven't made your mind up. Get up off the shot and then get back down again.
Yeah, he could possibly concentrate on the blue for a while, but he's immediately come down to have a look at the black, and particularly the red to the left of the black, just adjacent to it, not the one below it to the left.
12.
If he can get on that, he'll be able to take the black into the opposite corner pocket. So immediately he may even be able to get on the black here now.
13.
I'd like to move, after potting this black, get onto one of these reds just to the left of the black into the left corner pocket if you can.
Twenty.
He's just having a look at his tip there. Just when he screwed that red into the right centre, there was just a strange sound off it. I'm just wondering, is his tip okay?
21.
Looks all right, but he was taking a little bit of due care and attention while chalking it. immediately there you see the benefits of removing those two reds left to the black. Black is open into
28.
both pockets, and now you'd feel with the way the
29.
reds are situated, he should win the frame from this position.
$36. 37.
Still enough loose reds to clinch this opening frame. I know Judd would have been delighted to see his best friend, Jack Lisowski,
44.
beat former world champion Stuart Bingham. That was a great performance from Jack. Another very
45.
talented left-handed player who plays the game similar to Judd Trump. They practice together. Not quite. Wanted a
52.
bit of a thicker contact on the red. A tricky little snick back now. But no problem.
53.
53 ahead. So he needs colour, one more red and colour. Oh, this is going to land tight on the red, is it? Oh, maybe he can cut it in.
57.
Well, you see 57 the difference. Yeah.
58.
Where does the colour and red come from? He's 64 in front of him. He could roll the brown in. It would be 68 with just possible 67 remaining.
Judd
With the
Trump,
snooker.
58.
Yeah, it's a clever little shot there, wasn't it? Putting the brown safe and also getting the snooker at the same time. He's just having a look at that tip, and I just hope it's okay. This looks very wide, so it'll hit the red okay, but what's going to happen, he leaves this red for Judd Trump, and this will put him 59 ahead with just 59 remaining.
Yeah, my arithmetic was a little bit out when he put the brown safe and he potted the brown. He was going to need another red.
Judd Trump, 1.
Long way off the pot there. I was surprised how far Judd missed that black by. If Chris can get a chance, Ken,
Yeah.
black's in the perfect position, isn't it?
Well, it was a clever little shot, wasn't it? Very good. Went for the pot, but also, oh, from well, he was leaving the cue ball tight behind the pink. And what a snooker to try and get out of here. I'd be very impressed with your lines here, Dennis. No pressure.
Well, watch this for a shot. He's looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions, but to land on the left of the 4 reds. Now, I'm not going to have time to put the lines up, but just watch this. Follow the white, see how many cushions he hits.
Yeah, he's got to get it inside that green, I think.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions.
Wow, this is very good. What a
Brilliant.
shot. What a shot. Great shot. Unfortunately, he's left the red. It does pot, but still a fantastic escape.
Another clever shot, though. The creep of the cue ball. Smile from Chris there, but Judd knew exactly what he was doing there. Now, can you get the white between the pink and the cushion?
Oh, I tell you what, it'd be a brave shot, wouldn't it? What do you think, Dennis?
If he passes the pink, he pots the red, but is there enough room to squeeze that? It doesn't look like it.
Ideally, you could take a red ball out of the pocket and put it close to the pink, but of course, that would be a foul.
Well, he's got to cover that red somehow, and he's going to try and do it with the green. If it hits the green full ball, it might be okay. But I wonder, there's a billiard shot on here. He can play off that red and go past the black and cannon the red in. And that's exactly what he played. That's a typical billiard type shot. Not that Judd would have played any billiards, I don't think. So the frame well and truly over now.
6. 7. 12.
See if
Trump,
it took
12.
the
And the frame.
near knuckle the walker in. Chris stays in his seat. Not a bad start. But Judd Trump, he takes the opening frame. It's 1-0.
So Chris Wakelin breaks off in the second frame. Great atmosphere here this afternoon. Always is when Judd Trump is playing. Just a one-ranking tournament wasn't for Judd Trump so far this season. Defended his European Masters trophy in Lommel in Belgium. Did have a bit of laser surgery, didn't he, as well last year? So hopefully he's all as well in that department.
That's what you call an attacking safety shot. He's coming up a little bit short with the cue ball though, but look how he's spread the reds around the table. And there's no path through to that one. Oh, that's slight error from Chris there. Shouldn't have had the white anywhere near the middle pocket. He just caught it a bit thinner than he intended. And this, well, the shot he was looking at before there up the left side of the table will get him nicely on pink or black. If this goes in, what a chance. No. Even though he's on the first frame. He looks a little bit edgy to me.
Yeah, well, that was a nervy one, wasn't it? He was actually trying to hold the cue ball, but he missed it by so much. He didn't even hold the cue ball for the black. And he's got away with it. I don't think that red cuts it. He's just eyeing up. It's quite an acute angle.
That's amazing to get away with that, because Judd, once he missed the red, would have thought I've put Chris right in amongst them.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, that one.
One.
I don't think the black passes the red this near the right corner. For a moment there, I think the crowd thought, oh, he's finished right on the black there. But you can see not enough of the pocket available.
Pink ball. Judd trump. One.
That's a good shot. He's covered. Pathway back down this right-hand side of the table. Maybe forced into having a go at a pot here. Very, very dangerous. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. And deserved that bit of luck. Totally well deserved. That was a tremendous pot. He's got a nice angle on this blue, Dennis. I mean, he could bring the black and red into play here.
Yeah, that's definitely on, but he's just got to be a bit careful he doesn't lose the cue ball. Yeah, he decided against that, and if he can get the pink back on its spot, it will help. I think he felt there if he can the
Six.
the black into play, he might have just ran a little awkward. Yeah, pink back on its spot. He can forget about the black, concentrate on the pink and blue. And with the reds as they are, it's a decent chance.
Team. Fourteen. $20. $21.
He's got another 3 or 4 at least colours and
27.
reds before he concentrates on any around the black spot area.
28.
And this will help him build up a nice little lead in this frame and also settle him down. The opening red, Dennis,
54.
I mean, it's something that you would probably associate more with Judd Trump. Well, he couldn't have played it much better. His back was against the wall. He had no safety shot. And it just worked out a treat.
35.
Yeah, and what it does for a player when you knock one like that, and it doesn't have to give your confidence a boost. As we could see at the end of it, he got a nice kiss on the red to finish on the blue, but he didn't get a nice kiss on the brown this time to finish on
38.
a red. So he'd like to take that shot again. The red did pass the yellow. He needs to pull another similar type shot out here. Oh, well done. Oh, what is he going to go in on? He's unlucky there. Great pot, but the cannon on the red has spoiled the position. He was bound to be on a colour, and worth another look at that. And that's a couple of those he's knocked in, which will certainly help his confidence. Okay, it's the end of break.
He's shaking his head because the red that's closest to the yellow, it's going to be hard to block a pathway. That red does obviously pop past the yellow into the left centre. And he's got to be very careful here. If he leaves the cue ball near the yellow pocket, then Judd could play a very simple snooker behind the yellow, just rolling that red past the yellow. So
Yeah, he could play off the blue, send it over towards the right cushion, and if he leaves the white anywhere down past the brown, as long as he misses the cannon on the brown, everything would be safe. He wouldn't want to go too far to the left, otherwise Judd could roll that red past the yellow and snooker him, but he's got other options, but that wouldn't be a bad one. What he's looking at now is taking the yellow and sending it onto the red to get the red back up the table, which is not a bad choice, but he's got to be careful the red doesn't hit the green or brown.
yeah, and it could end up down on this bottom right-hand corner pocket because that's the angle for it. Well, he's hit the brown. Has he left it now?
39.
He hasn't. He's been very fortunate there.
One.
Well, everything looks pretty safe, but knowing this player, in a couple of shots' time, it might not be. Yeah, switching hands. He's pretty good with the opposite hand, this Judd. He looks very good with his right hand.
5.
It's amazing. I mentioned his good friend, Jack Lisowski, who's a left-hander. He switches hands and looks good playing with his right hand.
It's a lot more prevalent in the game now, isn't it? Players switching hands.
Yeah, there was only a couple of us back in the 80s used to swap hands. I preferred it simply because I didn't like using the rest, but I wasn't as good as these players. It was only on certain shots. just wondering if the black's available
15.
into the left corner, he might pot this and just nudge the red away from the black. Just depends on the angle he's got. I don't. Yeah, he could do that.
16.
As I say, it didn't look as if there was a lot available at the start of this visit, but all of a sudden, there's only one difficult red. That's near the right cushion.
And when he came to the table, Dennis, I mean, even the first red,
23.
such a tough red, I didn't think he was even going to take it on.
24.
Yeah, all of a sudden, he's got a chance here. And amazing how quick he can turn it around. There's the
31.
average shot time. 15 seconds for Judd Trump. 30 seconds for Chris Wakelin.
32.
He's looking at using possibly his right hand again here after this black. If he can get close to this red on this right hand side cushion. It's not easy though. Oh, he's got to try and take it out now. Has he got the cannon? No. Good effort. Great attempt.
39.
Red behind the black, and hopefully
Judd
he
Trump,
was trying to
39.
put the cue ball up into the balk area. But it's still okay, and a good break from Judd Trump.
I was thinking the way you were thinking there, Ken. I thought he'd make sure and get the red behind the black and the white behind the blue. No, he was hoping to try and stop it in behind the black there with lots of side. Very difficult to do on these fast cloths. This red might go close to the right corner pocket here. No, he's played it thin enough. Always the chance sometimes that you can back double those when you're playing the safety shot. If he could see enough of the cushion to hit it first and then send that red up the table, every chance of getting a snooker. In fact, whichever way he plays it, he's got a chance of a snooker here.
Well, this red does pot. I'm not quite sure whether he'll take it on or not. Straightforward safety shot, but that red needs to go past the middle pocket, and it has done. No, it looks to look very good. Not quite the snooker. I think he might be able to just get the edge. It's very tight, but referee Leo Scullion having a good look. Well, that tells us that maybe the cat doesn't have the left edge of the red. He's looking to come off this side cushion. He's got to hit this almost full ball. But again, it's got to be careful with the red. Doesn't run into pink or black.
I think with those escape shots, I mean, he was trying to work out if he could hit his full ball. You've just got to get out of the snooker and just hope that you get a little bit of a run of the ball and they go safe. Not sure if there's a gap there this time. Might be able to squeeze it past the blue. Referee Leo Scullion having a good look too. That's just in case there was a miss called and he'd have to replace it. Chance for Judd Trump to put Chris in quite a bit of bother here.
A bit surprised at that shot he played, Chris Wakelin. He's only going to be in a lot of trouble, you would feel here. Sort of set himself up to be in a lot of trouble.
And the red is far enough away from the cushion there just to slip round the back of it. So Chris will have to be a little bit careful here. If he doesn't get it right, he could slip round the back of it. Oh, well played.
Yeah, he could play 2 shots here. Normally you'd feel he'd 9 times out of 10 go for this red here. Well, he's been a little bit more measured so far. Maybe he wished he had gone for it because he's left it now.
Be interesting to see if he plays the safety shot again or has a go this time. It's only a matter of time before Judd plays that type of shot. Has he fluked a snooker? I think he's been rather fortunate. Yeah, couldn't see enough to take the pot on. And I think he's left Judd a pot here, although the white's almost tight in the cushion. Needs good cueing.
Well, has he got away with it this time? I don't think so, Dennis.
No, he can see past the yellow for the potting angle, and if he stops the white where the red is, he's in perfect position. You can see him playing right down to the bottom of the white. Good cueing.
You can pot the green and Just nudge into the brown, hold for the yellow into the right centre. Didn't go into the middle of the pocket. A few people in the audience thought actually maybe missed it. No.
Chris Wakelin, 4.
Didn't try and just drop that in. Dead weight.
Yeah, he was trying to pinch a little bit so that he was better on the green, but you got to make sure of the pot.
Yeah.
This is a free go at a pot here for Chris. White will automatically go back up towards the green.
There's a gap if he goes for the yellow between pink and black, back up for the green again. He's just clipped the pink, but he's got to be on the green. It's a good pot.
Yeah, it was a good pot, but it was even a better kiss.
Got to watch the in-off in the middle. Is it going in-off? Oh,
9.
Initially he was walking back to his chair. That may have just drifted slightly, that cue ball. Just calculating the scores. He's only 6 ahead, so he's going to need blue and pink.
$14.
This is certainly not easy. Pink for the frame. No. As he left it.
Trump, 14.
He's been rather fortunate there, hasn't he, Ken?
Just a little. Well, what do you think, Dennis? Would he have a go at it?
No, I don't think he can take this home. Send the pink around the angle. Leave the white absolutely where the pink is and send that pink around the table. Even if the pink went into the middle of the table and the white was tight on the cushion, Judd wouldn't have an easy pot to go at. But if he takes this on, it would be far too risky, I think. There's no way in the world. I mean, he's got great position on the black, but the pink won't go in at that pace. In fact, he didn't quite get on the black, so that was asking a bit much on these tight tables.
No, good shot on the pink.
Judd Trump.
Got a little bit lucky there, has to be said, when he missed it first time round. So, Judd Trump wins the second frame.
I'm on Judd. As quiet as possible, please.
Referee Leo Scott.
Thank you. The third frame. Judd Trump to break.
Tell him to be as quiet as possible. Next door. In between frames. But it's something you get used to at the Crucible Theatre and you just get on with it. Unwanted cannon there on the brown has left possible pots for Judd. Just a few shots where he's
Quiet, please.
been off target with. And Chris has got to try and take advantage. I mean, he had a chance to win that last frame, and you never really settle, do you, Ken? Especially the Crucible Theatre until you get your first frame on the board.
No, absolutely not. No, half chance for Chris here. Yes, that's a nice shot.
One.
Nice shot. Yeah, I mean, in the last frame, he put a tremendous long pot and should have really won the frame from it. The balls were lovely. He's blessed with a lot of cue power. That's for sure.
8.
Now it's imperative on potting this red. He gets a nice angle on the blue.
9.
Oh, it's very short. Okay, he's got the yellow, but really should have been on the blue there.
Has he got enough angle to come off the side cushion and into the bunch? Yeah, just about. Well played. Deserves a bit of luck. It could have been better. That red going next to the black
11.
was a bit unfortunate. He couldn't have hit that much better than that. If that red comes another couple of inches, he was absolutely in the perfect spot.
It's just very small margins, isn't it, Dennis? You know, so much easier splitting them off the blue than the yellow. You need so much more power. Oh, this is another difficult shot he's trying here. Trying to power the red.
12.
Didn't spot that one.
Look where the cue ball's finished. I don't know how he was going to get on the colour. He was maybe hoping to jump over the reds, which is a legal shot after you've potted the red. You can't jump an intervening ball.
Chris Wakelin, 12.
Right, now which red's he going to pot here? Answers on a postcard. Here it comes. Yeah, what happened next?
That's a very strange shot. He's left this red here to the left corner pocket. And once again, been very far out with another. It's not really a long shot, sort of only mid-distance, but quite a long way away.
He can have a go at this one. The only ball he would be leaving is the one that he's taking on, and he'd be on a ball colour should he pot it.
One.
Well, we're in the third frame, and that is one of Judd Trump's specials there. That might be okay, because when he pots this, he's clearing the black for the right corner
6.
also. The pink's a little bit out of commission at the moment, but as you can see, that clears the path for the black.
7.
Didn't risk playing the cannon there to stay on the black. It could have ran out of position, but he's the wrong side of the blue. But with the cue power he has, shouldn't be a problem as long as he avoids those 3 colours to get back up to the reds.
$12. $13.
Just coming up a little bit short again. And they're all sort of covering each other, these reds. They all look in potable positions, but they're all blocking each other, as you can see there. And he's just the wrong side of the blue line. So not easy to get onto his next red. That's why he's looking at the more difficult pink, but that's quite a stretch. Needs another good medium range pot.
18. $19.
Not the best kiss in the world. Might be the end of break, that. Unless he can cue past the red to cut the blue in. Still a little awkward though. Good recovery. As I say, those
24.
reds all covering each other somewhat.
Judd Trump, 24.
it's a wonderful shot. He won't play many better safety shots than that. And it's a part of his game that's certainly improved over the last couple of seasons. And it needed to keep up with the other top lads at the top of the game, of course, the likes of the Selbys and the Robertsons, Murphys, Ding, O'Sullivan, Higgins. He's certainly improved at no end. It was an excellent safety shot, and as you can see how difficult it is for Chris. And May, unfortunately for Chris, has left a free ball. What a position to land the cue ball in there. That's very unfortunate.
Rambo. One.
Just have a look at this safety shot. He's got to hit the extreme right-hand side of that red and hit it absolutely perfect.
Seven.
Has that made things a little awkward? Pink on the black spot. Had to go up for the blue or ball colour. I'm not sure if the pink or the black is available into the right corner pocket.
I think the pink may go.
Yep. So it's not as bad as it looks from this angle.
Yeah, I think you can play this yellow, Dennis, and get on the red just to the up a little bit from the pink and black to the left. And that's what he's trying to get on, and this looks absolutely perfect. What a great positional shot that was.
10.
Perfect on that red.
And he also had a glance at the possible plant for future reference.
$11. Black ball.
He's come up a bit short because I think only one of those reds that might have been a plant for the right corner. He played for the one just I'll show you shortly. Yeah,
18.
Not the first red, it was the second red that he played for, and he's still on it, but not as nicely as he would have liked. No, he's overcut it. So even though he leads 2-0 and he's 34 in front, I still don't think that Judd has settled into his game.
Much time over in there for 2.5 frames. It's certainly slow from Trump's point of view.
One.
And that's not bad. He's landed on the brown in such a way that he can play it into the right middle pocket and come up for the reds. Just the one red available into the right corner, but The other one to the left of the pink is on. He won't be able to get on that from this angle, but it's a natural to leave the one to the right. And up for the blue. And it wouldn't be a bad idea then to cannon into the
5.
pink and red there, if he gets nicely on this blue.
6.
They've gone a little bit too far. That's what he was intending, to be on the blue and then potted cannon the pink and red. And he would have brought pink and black and free a couple of reds up, but change of plan. But as I did mention, that one to the left of the pink will pot into the left corner, but he's got to get the white into quite a good area to leave himself that red. Well, he's played the cannon into the pink off the yellow, and he deserves to be on something.
8.
Could have finished a little bit better than that, Ken.
Yeah, it was a great attempt, wasn't it? And as I said, he is blessed with tremendous cue power, and that was evidence of it just right there. Yeah, good shot.
9.
He's going to need his cue power here. Screw the green in.
I'm just thinking the same thing myself, Ken, but I'm looking at the angle. If he screws the green in, the white might go near the middle pocket, the left middle pocket. We'll be able to tell you when we see him address the cue ball which shot he's playing. If he's going to hit the white on the top, he'll try and force it around the angles. Practice change of plan and the more difficult blue, but that will avail better position.
Chris Wakelin, 9.
Yep. Didn't have the angle on the green, that's why he changed to the blue.
One.
Oh, a chance to see the cue power of Judd Trump now. Look at this shot without hardly hitting the ball. Look where he's got the cue ball.
Oh, that was just a top-class positional shot. Just dropped the red in. It'll be nicely on the black.
7.
Put some 32 points ahead, so black to be 39 ahead with just 35 remaining. Yeah, no heroics there, was there?
Yeah, just make sure the black, yeah. No
14.
point in trying to develop the red. It's just one snooker that's needed to tie at the moment.
Judd Trump, 14.
And that's a useful nudge on the brown. And barring that snooker, Judd Trump's going to be leading 3-0. Yeah, that's a full ball snooker, I think. Gonna have to swerve this round the black just to catch the knuckle in the middle pocket to hit the red.
Oh. Judd trumped 4.
Didn't get enough on it, and the red's over the pocket.
One.
Be interesting to see if Judd plays a little bit of naughty snooker. Rob Walker always
Blackburn.
says that about him, his own brand of naughty snooker. When the frame's over, sometimes Judd likes to
8.
just play them slightly different.
10. Judd trump 10.
Doesn't
and
matter about that green. Chris just signals to the referee. He concedes, so you can't do better than Judd's done. He's played 3 and won 3.
Thank you. Frame 4. Chris Wakelin to break.
That was a strange break-off shot there from Chris. If we can see enough of this red, he'll take the pot on. Be a bit of a free shot. Couldn't see enough of it. If he was going to take the pot on, it would have been to the right corner. And with that red heading up near that corner pocket, well, it's not on. He can play off these reds. If the red had to travel a little bit further there, that shot wouldn't have been available to Judd.
You can play a similar shot here, try and get the cue ball back up in the balk, somewhere where it is now. Ooh. Just looking at these two reds here, Dennis, I wonder are they close to a plant? Just to the left of the plaque, there's 2 in line. Obviously, Judd has had a quick look at it. It's definitely not a plant for him. May be made if the cue ball was down this end of the table, but not from the top end. excellent safety shot. Just looking to see is the black tied up. I think it may still be potable. I'm just going to be careful with this safety shot here. No, he's played that very well. He's actually a bit unfortunate. In fact, he's very unfortunate that red has come through to leave itself over this corner pocket.
One.
I'm sure if the black is on, he may attempt the black because the blue looks almost like the wrong angle. Can he get enough of a left-hand spin on the cue ball? Tried. I don't think it's enough.
Six.
Very attacking player, of course, Judd, and I'm sure if the black had been potable, he definitely would have taken it on, so it must be tied up.
Judd trump, 6. One. Eight. Nine.
It was very nice to be able to get the black back on its spot there. Where he left the cue ball was the only position on the table where he could pot the black from. Right, 100% concentration required now from Chris to try and get
16.
that frame that will help to settle him down.
Yeah, he could do with a good break here, couldn't he, Dennis? You know, just a frame winning break. Really settle him down.
As you can see, he hasn't really caught fire yet, this match. Just 39 from Chris, 58 from Judd. Those stats will improve.
23. $24.
Can just stop the cue ball, just one pot in this black, just a couple of inches away from the black spot. And just leave the red that's closest to this bottom left-hand corner pocket.
$32.
That's his target, 72 points.
$33. Yeah.
Just getting the cue ball clean, just trying to compose himself. Didn't detect any bad contact there, but he could develop the two reds that close together. Below the black to the left, just pot the black, just go into them, develop both of those and still be on the other one. could have hit it a bit harder, but he's okay. It's a bit tentative.
40.
But the slightest little touch on those two reds has developed both of them now into potable positions. And this will be good for him, won't it, Dennis? Just having a quick check of the
47.
scores.
Yeah, just a little bit early to be looking at the scoreboard. Just concentrate on your next pot.
48.
And now he's got the perfect angle. If the next shot works out, he'll develop those four reds. Keep your eye on the pot though, Chris. He's unlucky. No, he's not too bad. I thought he was going to stick on that red. Still got the one to the left middle.
55.
He played it very well. I thought he was just going to have a little bit of misfortune there, but it could have been better, but he's still just about okay.
Yeah, it's there.
56.
He's nicely on the black. And the reds near the pink spot in the bottom one of those, definitely pots. And this much better. Well, you see 57 ahead, just 75 remaining.
63.
So one more red and black and an extra red. And he would have got his first frame on the board in this year's
64.
Betfred World Championships last 32 match.
And I suppose it's got to be a milestone in a professional's career. Winning your first frame in the Crucible Theatre. This red
71.
will do it, you'd have to say.
Yeah, well played. Good round of applause. Now we can try and concentrate on making a century. We can get 3 reds, 3 blacks here.
79.
We can make a century without that red that's closest to the left-hand side cushion. So let's hope we can do that. That would be nice.
80.
Always hit that a bit hard. We've had 27 centuries so far. Started here Saturday, we're in day 5.
'87. 88.
Well, he hasn't got the angle to get on the red behind the black that's nearest his top cushion, but he has a nice angle to maybe develop the red that's close to this left-hand side cushion. Oh, unlucky. Don't go in off. Don't go in off.
95.
Now can he pull off a miraculous double?
Well, he didn't make the century, but he has his first frame on the board. He gets a rapturous cheer from this knowledgeable Sheffield crowd. But it's Judd Trump who goes.
Thank you. Frame 5. Judd Trump to break.
Not a bad break off from Judd Trump in this first frame after the mid-session interval. Still don't think he's quite settled. But his opponent, Chris Wakelin, I think he has now. Terrific 95 break to win his first ever frame at the Crucible, and played it very nicely.
Trump could slide the cue ball off this pack, bring some reds into play, and cue ball back down to balk area. He'll still be covering that red next to the green. He's played that pretty well. This is his view. You could see that red. Could even see it to pot it, but cue ball would be going into the pack of reds. Definitely left one to the left centre. He's got to screw back into the three reds below there and try and get on the black. Oh, well. He went at that very, very quickly indeed. Could have taken a bit more time over that shot.
One. As quiet as possible, please.
Nice shot in the blue. He can roll this red in with the rest. Get down for the black now. Trump's got to be careful. He can't take too many chances here. If he drops his concentration for a little bit, it may open the door for his opponent. He had him on the rack at 3-0. If he can manage to make a nice break from here, then it's game on. We saw what happened here last year, Dennis. I don't know if you remember when he was 4-0 up against Rory McLeod and just took his foot off the pedal, and Rory came back and ended up beating Judd Trump 10-8 in the first round.
Yeah, you can't take anything for granted here at the Crucible Theatre, and you've got to just, every single shot you've got to give it 100%, and if you build up a lead then you just
14.
you've got to keep your opponent, keep him down. Of course, with this wonderful game, when your opponent's knocking balls in, there's nothing you can do about it. I'll show you that. Just slide in off the cushion there.
$22.
71 points is the target.
$23.
I suppose the days are gone. We used to always say about crucible nerves when a player comes here for the first time, but I think that has changed over the years. Simply because, as we show you that terrific shot he's played there, yeah, simply because the players are playing in so many tournaments all around the world. They get used to the conditions, and the players that have arrived here, they've just won 3 qualifying matches. So, yeah, I don't think it applies. Do you, Ken, the way it used to do?
Maybe not. Maybe because of the, as you said, more tournaments. But I don't know, there's always something special about the Crucible, like no other tournament. And it's to do with the crowd, and I think the history, nostalgia.
38. $39. $45. $46.
Not quite as he intended. He's okay on the black, but those 2 reds are a little bit of a distraction. He's having to bridge over those, or, you know, that is making the bridge hand very awkward indeed. And just at the point when, if he can get the black and nicely on a red, every chance to take his second frame, but there, a bit of a distraction. He did well there. Any more pace, black might have dropped. Just show you it going in off the right angle as we look at it.
54.
Yeah, he's continuing where he left off before the mid-session interval. Just hampered slightly again, and he's not that many
61.
pots away from securing this 5th frame.
$62.
Yeah, now I play a little cannon off the cushion. Red just below the black and to the right. Just kick that out of the way and be on the other one closest to the pocket, and he's played it nicely.
$69. 70.
Just got to make sure he rolls the black in to make absolutely certain of the frame and to keep Judd in his seat. Cued that beautifully. He really did. Tight on the cushion. Not easy to knock it in at that pace. And one good shot with the rest here, as we show you. He's close to the cushion, cued it well. If this goes in, chance of his first ever century, the Crucible. It was a milestone,
78.
winning his first ever frame. Another milestone, if you could make your very first century here. And Chris playing like this might just sharpen Judd Trump's
84.
game up. He knows now that his opponent's queuing well.
85.
As I mentioned earlier, Chris has lost all of the meetings. I think it's 7 times they've played, but that counts for nothing when you're here at the Crucible. You forget about those and just concentrate on this match. We've had 27 centuries so far this year.
Yeah, in fact, the last time they played was at the UK Championship back in December. Judd Trump on that occasion won 6 frames to 0. So, great response from Chris Wakelin. 3-0 down, made a 95, and it looks for certain now he's going to make his first century here.
98. $99.
Well, he'll play for the last red there, but the black for the 28th century this year. Chris's first ever Crucible century. Well played. Very well played. Excellent. 10 up to Chris Wakelin. The extra round of applause because look where he put the cue ball.
$107.
He's going down for the black to try and make 141, Dennis. This is excellent. Well played. I think the highest is it 137?
I think it's 140, isn't
Oh, it's
it?
gone up to 140. Mark Williams, I think, made 140 today. So he can beat it by 1 point.
10,000 for the highest break
140.
this year. Might not stand, but it's a good target.
116. $119.
His highest ever break. He's come up a bit short. I'm just looking. His highest ever break is a 136, 2014 in the Wilkesy Classic.
$123.
Well, we said that breaking 95 and getting his first frame on the board was settling him down. And certainly he has done that, Dennis.
128.
This is magnificent.
And look where he's finished on the pink. Perfect.
134.
Absolutely brilliant. And look at the smile on Chris Wakelin's face. He's made his biggest ever break.
6.
More importantly,
Chris
only
Wakelin
one
to break.
frame in it. 6 frame. 4 more to be played, of course, in this session. How can Judd Trump answer that?
That's careless to catch the brown
Quiet
with
as
the
possible,
red there.
please.
He's still probably a little bit pumped up and a little bit of adrenaline flowing after that magnificent 141 break, but he shouldn't have hit the brown with the red there.
1.
And he's just making sure there's no plant on there, because he'd take the blue and go straight into the pink, but if the plant's on, yeah, it may be in line for the pocket. That's why he's debating about whether to crash into the pink. Yep, the plant must be on. That's why he's played for the red. Just to the back and to the right, but he's left it low on that red, so he will open the reds.
6.
He has to make sure he gets on the black.
7.
And that's in no man's land. Well, I say no man's land. Has it pulled up? Can he see enough of the pink? I think he can.
Rainbow.
Just about. Good recovery. Terrific cut. And if he slips past the black or comes up a little bit short, he can take this one
13.
to the left corner. Be interesting to see if those 2 breaks that Chris has made has sharpened up Judd's concentration, Ken.
Yeah. It definitely needs a response, that's for sure. See
90.
Pot success, 81% down now for Judd Trump, 95% for Chris Wakelin, and he's behind.
20.
It's nice on the brown. It's an unusual one. Safety success, 92 for Trump, 79 for Chris Wakelin. Now, what sort of angle has he got on the brown? Can he generate enough top spin to come off the cushion and into the reds? Could screw back and leave the loose red.
Rainbow.
He's playing it with top spin. And that's gone too far. Tried to get on the loose red and left it a pack.
24.
Possibility of a double here. He wouldn't be leaving anything on. He's a long way away from that. So
24.
a meager 24 from Judd Trump from that position. He'd be very disappointed with.
One.
That was played for. It was a sort of a, well, you would call this a back double to nothing. If the red goes in, every chance he could have finished on a ball colour. He's gone a bit too far. But it's
A
gained
trump
him the
one.
advantage, so it was worth risking that double. Just looking to see if he could nestle into the reds, what he would leave. Because he's so close to the yellow, he's going to have to go into the balk area. So what is it? 1, 2. He's going to have to hit at least 3 cushions here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions. Is it hard enough? What a great effort. What a great effort. And if this red doesn't go to the middle pocket, that was a super shot he's just played there. That was a Steve McQueen shot, that, Ken. A great escape. Well, his long potting has been a little bit off so far. 1 or 2 in. You could do with 1 here. That's a bit more like it. And that is an excellent shot because he's made sure he didn't go past the balk colours. Just 7 foot 1 inch distance between cue ball and object ball.
It's great control, wasn't it, around the angles and just to land short of the balk line. And this is another good positional shot.
3.
Can play for the black or even the pink here. Problem about playing for the pink, I'm not quite sure it'll go on its own spot, so may have to go on the black spot. If the black spot is not available, it'll go on the green spot. Just enough room on the black spots, plenty there.
10.
Black is available after this, and it will go nicely
11.
back on the pink spot.
Well,
we're
19.
running what those 2 breaks from Chris would do to Judd Trump, would it focus him? Certainly has. Ahead, but still 75 remaining.
26.
So we'll need a couple of reds and colours.
27.
And removing this red just clears the path for the other two
42.
that's closest to it.
33.
Getting that out of the way has just opened the left corner pocket up for those two reds. And he looks much sharper in this frame.
40.
Played a couple of this is the second in this frame he's played with his right hand.
41.
Yeah. This is a bit more like it, Ken, from Judd Trump, and I'm sure his supporters will feel a little bit better seeing him
48.
playing like this.
49.
Yeah, it all came from a wonderful. We did say his long ball game hadn't been on fully, but just have a look at this, Dennis, again.
56.
Great long pot. And also, not only the pot, but he wasn't playing it as a shot to nothing. He stayed low on the ball colours. This is the reward when the frame from that great shot. And there's another. Don't clap too soon, because the black, I think, is going to go on its spot. He's a nasty referee, isn't he?
64.
He's a nasty referee. Calling all pockets. Hold on.
Judd Trump, 64.
Good
And the
effort.
free.
Yeah, wonderful response. Nice mark from Chris Riley. Judd Trump, those two back in front.
This match will be played to a conclusion tomorrow evening. No morning session. Play will start tomorrow at 1 o'clock. He couldn't play up the table because of the red up there. I'm surprised Chris is not playing that red and getting the frame back to normal. Maybe you can just get past the green to hit the cushion first and send the red back up the table. But when he was previously at the table, he had an easier shot to send the red up the table and return to normal. Look at that, points all square. Yeah, this time he can play that red and get the frame back to normal. Could be heading for a possible re-rack here. Back to normal, so no re-rack.
Oh, what a cracker. Excellent pot. Quite sure he has the angle to take the yellow. He's enough of an angle to take the yellow and the cue ball into the pack, but he can certainly, if he can get the cue ball down and try and make a full ball contact on the pink, he'll be on the loose red left of the pack. He has to be very precise, but it's certainly worth a go. Well, he had the angle to go into the pack, but he's going to need a bit of luck, and he's got it. It's okay.
3.
Didn't think he could generate enough of pace in the cue ball there, but just managed to do enough.
Four.
Lost the cue ball there slightly. Could have done with hitting that a bit harder and making sure he was away from the side cushion. Didn't matter whether he was on yellow or green. Shot time going up to 1.5 minutes now. Judd Trump's average shot time is just 17 seconds. Chris Wakelin's 25, but I'm sure that'll go up after this.
Chris Wakelin, 4.
Wait up, taking that pot on, eventually turned it down. It's amazing, Dennis, that with snooker board created an average shot time clock, and it's posted up on the website, and it's amazing how much the snooker players are now conscious of their average shot time, because they're sort of ranked just like a ranking tournament. They're ranked from 1 to 128. Every player's average shot time is up there for all to see. give you one guess who's top of the rankings and the quickest player out of them all.
Wouldn't be Ronnie, would it?
Good guess. Judd Trump as well up there. I think he's in the top 3 or 4. And that's worked out very well indeed. Nicely on the pink into the right centre.
Seven.
Oh, that's an excellent pot. Across the nap. Never easy. Nicely on the pink. Much time, just come for 2 hours now. I think you can just hold for the black here, can he?
It's one of those, if he screws back past the red, he's got to make sure he doesn't snooker himself at that red.
15.
He got the pink also, so that was a backup for him. But if he can pot the pink and get on the red that's just to the right of the black, he'd be in a perfect position. Has he just gone far enough to get that red?
21.
And now he's got to take the slightly more difficult pot. This was a fraction out there.
$22. $28. $29. $36. $37.
Very impressive stuff here from Chris Wakelin. Really is. First time at the Crucible, and he's given a terrific account of himself.
44. 45.
It's been good snooker, hasn't it? The last 3.5 frames. We had a 95, 141, a 64. 45 and counting here. If he gets a nice split on these 4 reds, could be another big break. It's okay.
52. $53.
It'll be difficult now to clinch this frame at this visit, but he's got a 57-point advantage, and if the blue doesn't pass the yellow, another colour safe would help. And even if the blue did pass the yellow, you'd only get another 5 points. Tight on the cushion to get onto a red would be some shot. So he's just taking the 5 points. 62 in front.
58.
Still a possible 67 remaining. So this red behind the pink for the frame. Very well played. Chris Wakelin. Very good thinking to take the blue and give himself a shot to nothing. That red he knew would leave Judd Trump needing a snooker, and he cued it beautifully.
$62. 63.
Lots of noise from the other table as the session finishes. Doesn't matter about that. That was a terrific break of 69.
Yeah, and the frame.
And it gives Chris Wakelin the frame. He closes the gap to give one behind. It's 4-3 to Judd Trump.
Mate, Chris Wakelin to break. One.
Hoping for a little glance off the pack on the way down. Would have brought some reds into play, but he has a lot of power, Judd Trump. He's going to need it here. Now, has he got a red out? No. The angle wasn't fantastic, in all fairness, on the brown. It's hard to generate the same amount of pace bridging from the cushion as well.
Judd trump, 5.
And now Dennis, they have the whole theatre to themselves. Takes on a different perspective now, doesn't it? No noise from the other table. You can see all the crowd from the other side. It's just wonderful. And also, you have that little bit more room around the table, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Gives the cameraman a bit more of a chance, because when there's 2 tables, they do a magnificent job here at the Crucible, because there's very little room for the cameras to move around. If there was an Oscars for snooker, I'd give one to all the camera people, Ken.
A bit unfortunate for the red to finish there, but was a chance for Chris there. Long pot, been very steady on them this afternoon. Doesn't want to be too straight on this red. I'd like to
3.
go down to try and get a nice angle on the black.
Four.
Can you see enough of the pink? He's had a look at that. He's got a good angle on the black to go into the reds, but they're a little bit awkward. There might be one available. Yep. Oh, but look what he's done with the black. Well, fortunately, he's cannoned the wrong red and he's left everything safe, but I think he must have taken his eye off the pot there. He was concentrating on the cannon. So he wanted just to cannon the right red, the one just behind to the right of that. Took his eye off the pot.
got red on, hoping that he wouldn't leave anything, but the fact that he clipped the other red down towards his top cushion, now he's left a possibility here. He's looking a little bit nervous, Judd Trump again.
Yeah, those type of shots are much easier if you're just dropping them in, but that was no use to him with the blue being off its spot. He had to play it with a little bit of pace. Back into a blind pocket. He couldn't see the pocket in his eye line.
One.
I could do with a good angle here, and he's got it on the green to go into the bunch. There's a couple of reds available, but it'll be interesting to see if Judd goes straight into them or plays for the loose red. Straight into them. How's your luck, Judd? It's not bad. That red's coming off the side cushion and will pot. But the pink's out of commission, the blue's out of commission. Show you the shot again. Played it well.
Five.
Needs to pull up and has done.
Yeah.
Just getting the cue ball clean. Felt that he got a bit of a bounce maybe off that side cushion, but he's okay. Still in good position.
Yeah, he can get the black back on its spot in a couple of shots' time, provided he drops on
Bingo.
the red here after potting the green. Just gone a bit far again. He might head up to the bulk colours one more time. But after this red, the others around the pink are all blocking each other. He's overcut it. He's done that a couple of times today.
Judd Trump, 8.
Just couldn't get him into prime position there. He was having to battle with each shot.
It's not so easy when the ball is so close to the pocket to control it here. If the red below the black spot wasn't there, of course it'd be easy to be on the black, but it just creates a bit of a problem, and that's exactly the reason. You think it's quite easy to get on the black there, that he has a big margin for error, but you just never know how the cue ball gonna react when the ball is so close to the pocket like that.
Yeah, just showing you the white going back into the reds. He'd be nominating the green here, I would think. 2 cushions and try and just land on the green. He'd get a snooker if he could do that. Yeah, at least he's hit it anywhere. That was the main thing.
First Wakelin, 1.
Tried to get up between brown and yellow, but it's not very good. It's not putting any pressure on the opponent because he can get his hand on the table. You really need to get close to this ball cushion. Really put any sort of pressure. And again, that's a loose one. He's played that nicely. And now he is on the black. Where will black go? It won't go on its own spot. Will it fit on the pink spot? He's had a quick look. fact, he's still looking. It's very close. I don't think it will go there. Makes a big difference. Referee Lewis Cullinan just using the little ball marker. Well, maybe it does. Maybe there is room.
Yeah, plenty of room
8.
there. So that makes a big difference. Pink and black now tied up. Blue near the side cushion. Had he get up for the yellow, green or brown from this position, he's almost straight on this red. If he could generate enough topspin, he might be able to do it. In fact, looking from that angle, if he plays it with a lot of topspin, he might even go into the pink and black.
Nine.
Which he has done, but no. Can he get to the potting angle of the pink?
I think he is just about. You can't believe he's got on the pink here.
Pink ball.
That's incredible. It's there. It's there.
You need a little
15.
bit of luck at this game. He played to get on the pink or black, but to generate the pace there, he did well to reach it, but to push the pink on, a bonus.
16.
Still not exactly in prime position just yet. He's going to have a bit of work to do with this cue ball. He's going to have to travel quite a distance to get onto the next red. When it's running,
18.
had to control. Almost played it perfectly.
$90.
Generates so much pace in the cue ball, doesn't he, Dennis? I mean, he made that screw shot look so effortless.
Yeah, it's all about timing and how you deliver the cue, and he's got quite a loose grip, but
22.
there's nobody creates as much power as Judd. He's up there with the
23.
best of them. He's got that mannerism, Judd, where he just moves a little bit on the shot. Something he's always done, really.
30.
Quite a few players do that.
$31.
But that's a shocker he's played there. A quick glance at the scoreboard, he's only 47 in front. And there's still 51 left on the table. He just needed to get on that black there, and the frame was his. Can still pot this. And it's there. Well played. That was awkward.
Yeah, not worrying about position, of course. Just
38.
wanting to get the black his opponent needs. There's 51 remaining, but that will be the end of the frame now. He's had a couple of goals, but he's played some
43.
great positional shots in this break.
44.
Of course, the fact he's won this frame now, he knows he's going to have an overnight lead when you get to 5. It's the best of 19,
51.
first to 10. Played to a
52.
conclusion tomorrow evening. is an exhibition shot. And have a look at this.
Oh, this is
That's what you
fantastic.
call naughty snooker from Judd Trump.
58.
He
60.
loves to entertain at the end of a frame when it's all over.
We'll definitely see one more, Dennis. I'm sure of that.
Already tried to get the blue out,
63.
potting the green.
Oh,
Nowhere near.
$67.
Do you think he'll roll this one in, Ken?
no chance.
72.
This could fly off the table, this one.
Cameraman better watch out.
The
The wonderful 72 break from Judd Trump.
Thank you. The final frame of this session, Judd Trump to break.
It's too narrow. It's a free
Be a free ball.
yeah, free ball. Not that it's
Foul and a miss.
not a lot of
Judd
use
Trump,
to
4.
Judd though.
Free ball.
Bit reluctant to have it put back because there's not a great advantage from it. Chris looking at him.
It's not often you get a free ball, Dennis, with 15 reds on the table.
Oh, he's not going to go for a 155 break, is he?
Well, why not?
That's where you would pot the black and then pot the black again, and you'd still have 15 reds left, so it's 147 plus the 8. So the highest possible break at snooker is a 155. Always a trivia question. People try to trick other people. They think it's a 147 is the highest break.
Well, didn't attempt it. I think if he had been a little bit more of an angle and straighter angle on that black, it would have been definitely worth a go. This looks good, this line. In fact, it looks very good. It looks very, very good.
Yeah, a gentle tap on the table from Judd Trump with the cue there, an acknowledgement of Chris's fine safety shot there.
Foul and a miss.
Just the pink.
Chris Wakelin, 6. Aye.
Yeah, so just a couple of little movements as we show you. Just caught the pink. So just the pink and the 2 reds moved slightly.
Yeah, Chris.
Slight adjustment. He's not going to reach. That's careless.
Foul and a miss.
Wow,
Chris
that's
Wakelin,
careless
4.
because he's left a pot on. Got the line right that time, Judd, but just didn't hit it.
One.
Yeah, he was hoping to be on the green in such a way that he could have went into the reds. He's played a few shots like that in this match and they've come off to perfection. This time, no angle there, and he's got to get on one of the two reds that are just either side of the black there. He got on the red, but didn't manage to knock the green in.
Wakelin won.
It was a good effort, but the main part of the shot is to make sure you pot the ball.
1.
Has Judd Trump got enough angle on this black to split the pack up and still be on the loose red? Need his cue par here. Didn't get enough spin on it.
8. Nine.
Yeah, played that nicely. But again, doesn't have the angle on the black, but because there's a loose red to the right of the pack, he can just get on that. Then maybe go up for the blue. Be a bit straight to go up for the blue, so may have to
16.
stay on the black or green here.
17.
Could have done with hitting that just that wee bit harder. Well, that's one way of getting on a red. This red pots, the extreme red on the left-hand side.
20.
But the cue ball is going to be going through the whole pack of reds. Not guaranteed to be on a colour after this. The reds are going to go everywhere. Oh, he's played it very well. Is he on the blue? Is he on the blue?
21.
That's close.
Just. There you see it.
Well, that was a great shot with the rest to get through the pack and back up for the blue like that.
26.
He's still not in ideal position.
Well, we keep
Judd
saying
Trump,
how
26.
sharp the angles are on the middle pockets, and that was an indication there. Because just have a look at this red. It hits both jaws. In fact, hit the other jaw twice. So you've got to be right in the middle of the pocket. Love to get himself onto the black. And he's got the blue to get on. Pink's out of commission at the moment.
One.
Is he hard enough? I don't think so. Trying to just slip past that black, or slip past the red to leave the black. A little bit of pressure on that one. He missed it by a long way. But might be costly, although the blue's gone safe, so there's only really the black up this end of the table to work with. Not easy to score many from this situation. You have to call on a little bit of cue power again here when screwing this and coming off the other red. Yeah, look at that shot there. That's what he intended. And he's got an angle on the yellow to get back up to the reds. And in a couple of shots' time, he could get that black back on its spot. Be a terrific chance in this final frame.
Yeah, if you can get onto the red that's closest to the black, then you just have a straightforward shot onto the black. And he's judged that to just perfection. That's a great shot. Well played. Couldn't have placed that any better with his hand. Fantastic.
Well, he's really strong. Why doesn't he use his right hand? He's so good with his right hand, but he wants to use his normal hand. But what a stretch. Good job. He's fit, Judd.
4.
Oops. As long as you keep one foot or even one toe on the floor, if that comes off the floor as you deliver the cue, it's a foul shot.
Those two shots, well, particularly the first one, was a real trademark shot for Judd Trump. Fantastic positional shot. Called on all this great cue power to get on that yellow and set up this opportunity now. .37 points in the lead. So
19. 20.
Another 2 reds and colours after this black. It's been a good session of snooker, Dennis, hasn't it?
Very, very entertaining.
27.
Judd missed a few early on, and even though he led 3-0, wasn't playing well, but he's playing well
28.
now. But I think Chris Wakelin forced Judd to play well, you know, making that 95 and 141 highest of the tournament. That
35.
sparked Judd into action, but even 6-3 behind. Now he's in with a shot
36.
tomorrow night, but this is more like it from Judd Trump.
Yeah, the last 6 frames, we've had a 95, 141, 64, 69, 72.
43.
And of course, whatever he gets here, it's been good stuff.
44.
Be interesting to see how he goes about this here. Will he bring the other red into play when trying to pot this? Of course he will, but
Judd Trump,
almost
51.
looked it, but it doesn't matter. A very, very entertaining session of snooker from both players. But in the end, Judd Trump will be quite pleased to take a 6-3 lead overnight.